Hello good souls, and welcome to my channel. Today's pick pile is going to be about your karma from your past life or lives. So we'll take a look at the energy that you're bringing from a past life to this life that may be holding you back or hindering you in some way. And then we'll take a look at what will shift with this awareness. So we have three piles here. We have, for pile one, we have the Three of Wands. For pile two, we have the Four of Wands. And for pile three, we have the Three of Cups. So if you need to, take your time, but I feel like it's easier to just go with your gut instinct. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, feel free to watch as many piles as you feel drawn to. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. There could be a message in each pile for you. But because this is a general reading, some things may not resonate with you. So we will go ahead and start with pile one. Three of Wands. Sorry, the light is making it a little hard to see. Alright, so we're going to start with the karma cards. So I'm going to use the decks I'm going to use for this are the karma cards, and then I'm going to use the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, and then I have my own Oracle past life deck that I created, so I'm going to use that, and then I have a shadow work Oracle deck that I'm going to use as well to look at your past life and what energy you brought with you, what karma, what negative karma you may have brought with you. So we have Jupiter. Okay, so Jupiter is the 9th house, the planet of expansion. It's kind of interesting that we have the Three of Wands here. Jupiter is ruled by fire. It's a fire sign, Sagittarius, and so I see that there's something expansive, like, so in your past life you could have been somebody who was a spiritual person by nature. We have Mars. We have the 11th house. So you could have been somebody who was innovative. A go-getter. I'm gonna get one more card from this deck. We have Leo. Okay. So I was actually picking up on that Leo energy. So in your past life, you were somebody who was very determined. I feel like you were probably in the spotlight, somebody who was innovative, somebody who had a lot of connections. You could have even possibly been a teacher or something to do with spirituality. I'm getting heavy male energy, so you could potentially have been a male in your past life. Alright, let's look into the Radiant Tarot, or the Radiant, the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, and get a little bit more insight here. I'm trying to figure out the best setup. I cannot, for the life of me, figure out a good position for my camera. I want you guys to be able to see me shuffling or yeah, and I just can't get a good angle, I feel like. So we have Moon and Mercury with exaltation. So I feel like you were definitely somebody who was a okay, let me get a little bit more here first. Isolation, Saturn and Virgo in the 6th house, which is a little bit interesting that it's kind of conflicting with the energy that we have going on with Jupiter and Leo. We have Sun in Sagittarius, so that's so funny because I definitely get like a very enthusiastic vibe from pile ones. And we have Sun in Sagittarius. We have Sagittarius energy here and Leo Sun energy here. We have Revenge with Mars and Scorpio. And we have Enterprise with Jupiter and Aries. Okay, so yeah, I feel like you guys were definitely entrepreneurs, and you were very expansive with whatever endeavors you had your hands in. I get the sense that there were a lot of connections, and you have the Aries aligned with the Mars energy here. Mars is ruled by Aries, so I get the sense that you guys were very driven, very kind of cutthroat. So maybe this is the negative aspect that's coming through from past karma in this lifetime is, and you literally see they're holding their heads. So I feel like you guys may have been, you could have had some a tendency to make it happen no matter what you had to do. So this also came out, we have Saturn and Scorpio with inheritance. So I feel like maybe you guys came from wealth. I'm going to get, I think, just a couple, well, okay, so 3 came out. Let's see what these are. Practicality with Moon in Capricorn. So you could have been, with the businesses you owned, you could have been very greedy with what you paid people. So you built this great enterprise, right? And you're doing well for yourself, and you have all these connections, and to the general population, you are well liked and well received. But perhaps I'm picking up like maybe the people that you had on your work role, you weren't paying very well. So you see her, you have somebody overseeing these people, and they're working hard, and it looks like they're not really getting compensated or treated very well. So yes, domination. So we have Mars and Sagittarius, so a lot of Sagittarius energy. So I feel like you were a very big personality, but you could have been dominating in a lot of ways as well. Kind of your way or no way is what I'm feeling. And we have negotiation with Jupiter in Libra. So this could be business partnerships. I feel like you were pretty cutthroat when it came to your business endeavors and your money. So pile 1, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling this is the karma that's coming through for you guys. You were somebody who had a lot and you held on to that, and you weren't very giving. You didn't pay your employees well, and you did whatever it took to keep a lot of your money. Okay, I'm going to use my Oracle deck now to see if we can get like a little bit of detailed information, like places you might have been from or what you could have been. So let's go ahead and see. Oh, wow. Okay, lots came out. This is interesting. So Ireland came out. We have Greece. Oh, wow. Okay, we also have Scotland. Scotland, Ireland. And it's interesting because you have somebody tilling the land here. So perhaps this was like during the potato famine in Ireland, and you were somebody who had a lot of money and you could have helped in some way or another, but you did not. We have a shaman, and this actually kind of aligns with the Jupiter here. There's a lot of Jupiter and Sagittarius energy. We have Oracle, so that's interesting. We have Oracle in Greece, so that may resonate with you. And interesting, we have a Wizard, which again, Wizard, Oracle, I would associate with the 9th house easily. So, let's see, that's a lot. I'll take all of those. So let's see if we get anything else. Just maybe a couple more. So I feel like you were somebody who had quite a lot. You had a lot of resources at your fingertips. Emperor. Oh, that's kind of funny. I say that you had a lot, and then Emperor came out. So, and I was definitely picking up on a male energy, a very kind of dominant energy. It's interesting because it's dominant yet well liked. So there's like that walking that fine line of kind of a. So, okay. Oh, super interesting as well. So we have Prince also came out. So you could have been royalty. You could have been somebody who grew up a certain way, very well-to-do, and so you didn't really understand what it was like to be anything else, and so that could have made it easy for you to maybe think that other people, you couldn't really relate, so you didn't know like how bad off somebody could possibly be because you never experienced that yourself. And we also have Mexico. On the bottom we have the Pleiades, which you may resonate with that energy, and then on the top we have dragon spirit. So very interesting, pile 1. So I have the Shadow Work Oracle deck. We're gonna get a card or 2 out of this to see like what comes up for karma, if there's anything specifically that comes up for karma. I do want to get some some tarot as well. So see pile 1. Very interesting energy. So I'm picking up definitely 2 past lives. So I'm picking up like at least 2 past lives. You know, well, 2 scenarios in past lives. So there's this scenario of somebody who is very spiritually tuned in, and then I'm getting, there's this energy of somebody who is rather greedy with their money. So fearful, a learned behavior that can be unlearned. Also a low vibrating feeling that creates limitations for you and future happiness. So you could live in fear. You could be vibrating, this could be the karma that you've brought over, is vibrating in fear. So it was a learned behavior that was taught to you by somebody. And, you know, it could have been a fear of, you know, not having enough money. I feel like you definitely held on to money and were not very generous in giving money or helping people, and there may have been some kind of fear tied to that. So learning that holding on to stuff isn't going to help in any way is a karmic lesson that you guys need to learn. The more you hold on to something, the less likely it is to flow to you. So we have emotionally overreacting. You are overthinking, which is causing a flood of unnecessary emotion. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory there. So another karmic thing that you could have brought from past lives is overreacting to things. And quite honestly, I'm kind of picking that up from that energy, that male energy that I was seeing. Sorry, I have to take a sip. I get that it's maybe the fine line I was getting is that feeling drawn to get one more, and there it is. The fine line I'm getting is that I think you were very well liked and received if people didn't trigger you. But I feel like there were a lot of things that maybe triggered you, so they knew what to do to be on your good side and what not to do to get on your bad side. So they were constantly walking on eggshells around you. That's what I'm feeling. Shame. You are not flawed. You are so worthy of love and belonging. Forgive yourself for not giving yourself enough self-love. So I feel like in your past lives there was this these things that were inherently within you, and so there was a lot of fear, a lot of shame, and this caused you to overreact emotionally because your emotions aren't regulated due to these things being off balance. So I'll go ahead and get some tarot to see if I can get any more information. And this is the Naked Heart Tarot. Who was pile 1 in a past life? Who was pile 1 in a past life? we have 10 of Swords. So I feel like you were an anxious person. Some kind of anxiety, and that, you know, that kind of ties in with the fear here. Probably overthinking everything, which we have here, overthinking, which is causing a flood of unnecessary emotions. So I think you were taught to be, maybe because you did come from money, you were taught to be very leery of people. Who was pile 1 in past life? Oh, that's a lot. Okay. The devil was on the top, and I do think I want to keep that because I feel like there was a bit of toxicity that you did embody. All of these cards came out in reverse. Literally all of them. I'll show them to you real quick. I don't think I'm going to keep them, but we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. We have the Star in reverse. We have Temperance in reverse. Movement of Cups. I believe that is the Knight. The Knight of Cups. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. And the Sun in reverse. So yes, just a quick glance of all of this, I feel like you were somebody, it's just kind of reiterating this being very greedy with your money, holding on to it tightly, and somebody who is emotionally and mentally impatient is what I'm getting with all of those. So that was quite interesting. That was a lot, and they all literally came out in reverse. So I think I'll just try to get a couple more here. Okay, so we have the 3 of Wands. Very interesting. Okay, so we have your card. It's the 3 of Wands that you picked, and then the 3 of Wands in reverse came out. So I feel like you were definitely somebody who was expansive. But I think maybe you wanted to be expansive, but perhaps you couldn't be because there were obligations. So in the reverse, it talks about self-limiting beliefs. So this can very well tie into this fear kind of energy that you have, and the shame. So you know what, I think we're going to leave it there, because so the karma that you're bringing from your past life that is hindering you now is shame, fear, and emotionally overreacting to things, self-limiting beliefs within yourself. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to get these cleaned up, and we're going to take a look at what you will bring in with this awareness if you work on these shadow aspects of yourself that you have brought over from past lifetimes. So So what I'm going to do is actually I want to get some messages for you guys. So this is what your higher self wants you to know about yourself. And this is the Enchanted Art Oracle deck. And this is one of my favorite decks. I love this deck. I use it pretty much every day for myself. What does your higher self want you to know? It's okay to put yourself first and take care of your own needs before those of others. Share your cares. So you could be somebody who bottles up your thoughts and emotions, and so they're letting you know that sharing them is something that is not only okay but probably necessary. It's okay to do that thing you've been wanting to do, so you guys will know what that means for you specifically. And follow your dreams and help will find you in unforeseen ways. So yeah, okay. There could be this element here of having really big responsibilities in your past life, and you weren't able to expand yourself the way that you desired to. Ninth house is about travel, knowledge, learning. I feel like you guys maybe wanted to do this, but you couldn't because there were other obligations that you had. So in this lifetime, perhaps you are meant to seek those things out. You're supposed to do what makes you happy. And perhaps that fear and that shame was instilled in you because it was kind of a way to quiet you down so that you would do what was asked of you or what was needed of you because of a hierarchy. So the message from your higher self is to do the things that you want to do. Take time for yourself. Follow your dreams. And when you do follow your dreams, so with this card, there may be a fear that if you're not working a 9-to-5 job that brings in good money, that money won't flow. But this card is telling you the opposite. If you follow your dreams and help will find you in unforeseen ways. So Spirit is saying, if you do the things that you love and that bring you happiness and joy, you will get, financially, you will be okay, because money will come from places you didn't think it could come from. So let's see what else your higher self has to say. Okay. Alright. Choose who you are becoming. So this is a message to be who you want to be, not what somebody else is expecting you to be. And then we have stop, drop, and ground. So it's a good, taking some time to really think about the things that you desire. And the things that you want. Who are you really? I don't think pile one you really know. There's like this desire and need to expand and really understand yourself at a soul level. And I feel like you can't do that because there's fear and shame blocking this. So for you, you have to ask yourself, where does this fear and where does this shame stem from? Okay, just want one more card. Oh. Okay. That's a lot. I kind of just want one more. Oh. These are ones that just turned over, and I said, no, I don't want them. And they literally came back out. So, I think we know what we need to do. So, we have Soul on Fire. I said I want more, and they were like, nope, you don't. Okay, welcome the Divine Masculine. So, this card is saying that with this card, it's about stepping in your own power to... Okay, for most of you... Right now, I'm getting a female energy. Stepping into your own power, and taking control of your life and what you want will bring in a lot of abundance for you, financially, and a lot of stability. So, when you choose who you are becoming, and you decide not to let others define you, that will light your soul on fire, and passions will just start spilling out of you, and then it's going to create a lot of abundance for you guys. The sacred flow of yes. And, oh, guys, okay, and flow with money. Yeah. When you start saying yes to yourself, your needs, what you want, everything is just gonna, the floodgates are literally just gonna pour, like, just whoosh open. I literally have goosebumps all over my body right now. Alright. So, yeah, there's definitely a need to work through whatever the fear and the shame is, and this idea that you have to hold on to money instead of, or maybe that there's never enough money, or when we tell ourselves there's not enough money, there won't be enough money. You have to be open to receiving. Oh, okay. That's funny because I said you have to be open to receiving, and I think one of the last things I said was the floodgates are going to open, and my cards just literally went everywhere. Okay, give me just a second, sorry. Okay, so we have desire. Yeah. And we have courage. Wow. Okay. So yeah. The courage to do the things that you desire. You have awareness. You have the info from your higher self to do what you want. And that can feel very strange to you know, I feel like pile 1, you are influenced by a lot of people in your life, be that your parental figures, your romantic partnerships, and there's like a deep, I feel the need to say sorrow in you, because I feel like there's so much that you need to learn about yourself, and I feel like that is something that your soul really needs. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to do these oracle cards. This is the Priestess of Light Oracle. And this is what's going to come into your life if you take the steps necessary that your higher self is telling you to take. So let's see what's coming in for pile 1 with this awareness. Okay, hostilities. So we have conflict and unrest. And so, you know, there will be, once you decide to start doing things for yourself, and if you have people in your life used to kind of catering to them and like letting them control you, there will be some conflicts, and there will be some angry people, and there will be some people that don't understand why this is all of a sudden happening. But that's something I feel like Spirit is wanting you to be prepared for, but they're telling you to not, to stand your ground and not back down. Oh my God, okay. So these turned over as I was shuffling, and it says reclaiming your power over difficulty. So yeah. Oh, and we have 31, 32. So I see this as a progression. So this is literally what is going to happen. You're going to think about what it is that has you living in this fear and this shame, and who you really want to be. And this will follow, but this will follow. And it's like the inevitable, honestly. Power over difficulty. And then we have, oh my gosh, you guys. So we have divine feminine, magnetic receptive power, and this is the card of Isis. So I really feel like Isis is working with you guys. And I find that Isis works with people who are in these situations where there's like this longing and this something that's missing, and you know deep down like things are not right. Things are not as you know they should be. So you guys can like look up Isis if you want to and work with her. But that's a beautiful energy. So, and I'm gonna get a couple more cards here. And this is from the Auset Egyptian Oracle. And we'll end it with a couple cards from this deck. But yeah, I hope that this was helpful to you guys in some way. And you know, now that I'm thinking about it, like I feel like you guys, like the energy I was getting of somebody who was like, perhaps like a spiritually minded being, like perhaps even a spiritual teacher and higher knowledge, or I feel like that was many moons ago for you, and that's something that you desire to get back to. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera. Oh God, okay. This is what is going to come for you guys with the awareness and working through this. So we have vast joy and pleasure, and we have raw creative power. So, you know, I think I'm gonna end it right there, because I think that's I am gonna take the top card, which is Sacred Journey, because I really feel like there's something within you guys that you know is there, and it's nagging at you, it's gnawing at you, and I think the only way that you're going to be able to tap into this and to figure this out is by reclaiming your power. So that's what I have for you, pile ones. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, and if you'd like to see future videos, please don't forget to subscribe. If this resonated with you in any way, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Bye guys. Alright, those of you who chose Four of Wands, pile 2, okay, we're going to go ahead and start with the karma cards. So we're going to see what karma you brought over from your past life. And I'm not too thrilled about the setup. I don't really care for it now. I'm trying to like find a setup that I like, but it's proving to be a little bit more trickier than I thought. Oh wow, right off the bat. We had a lot. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that I want that many. Last time I said that in pile 1, and it literally spit the same cards back out, so let's see if Spirit's like, oh girl, take them. Oh no, it's not going to give me any. I feel like these two wanted to come out. So we have the first house and the second house. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, I mean, okay. We have the 12th house. We have the sun. I feel like you guys were very well off. We have Libra. And we have Aries. This is very similar energy to pile 1, quite honestly. So with the 4 of Wands here, this is very good energy. It's a stability, and I really do feel like we have Aries, which is ruled by the first house here. I really feel like we have the second house, which is about money, and we have Libra aligning with that, which is about Venus's brings money. Actually, move these up. We also have the sun here. I feel like you were somebody who was very well known, very beautiful. The 12th house card is interesting to me. There was something that was secretive about you. Okay, I'm gonna do the Radiant Sun Oracle to get some more information here. It's very interesting energy. Bluff. Okay, so we have Jupiter and Gemini with Bluff. Okay, so like I said, there's something secretive about you guys. So I'm wondering, and this person's kind of blindfolded, I think. They're blindfolded, but you can kind of see their eyes and they're closed, which is very interesting. So maybe there was something you didn't want to see. Like you knew about it, but you didn't want to see it. Yeah, I'm not quite picking up on the, like, the sex of you guys yet, but you guys are very attractive. Organization with Mercury and Capricorn. Okay, so We have friendship with Moon and Cancer. Convention with Venus and Capricorn. Okay. So, I associate this card with sex work. And I was kind of picking up on sex work for some of you. So in a past life, you may have been a sex worker and you were in high demand, and it could have been a secret from people that knew you, but you did very well. We have protection with Moon in Aries, and we have Moon in Gemini with adaptability. You may have even kept this a secret from your partner, that you were doing this. Yeah, on the top deck we have Moon in Scorpio in the 8th house. Indecision. Okay, yeah. We have Venus in Libra, which we've seen this here. We have Libra energy here. We have Venus, I mean. And I feel like there was like a sense of shame here connected to this. You had to adapt to this to protect your family. So maybe like your partner did know about this, but you guys chose not to talk about it because it was just something that had to happen. Maybe. Order with Moon in Virgo. So that's interesting because we have organization and order here. This is really interesting, quite honestly. Who you are, your desires, your actions. Okay, we have drama with Mercury and Leo. Okay, 3 more came out, and I'm gonna take this and we'll end with this deck. We have Moon in Sagittarius with optimism, seduction with Jupiter in Pisces, and then we have the 12th house again. Submission with Venus in Pisces, 12th house again. Okay. On the bottom deck we have revenge, and on the top we have isolation. This is pretty fascinating. So I feel like you could pile 2. You guys could have been in a situation where you were being forced to do things you didn't want to do. And I get the feeling like you feel like you could or should have left, but I really... This is such a strange energy, honestly. Because we have the 4 of Wands, which alludes to stability and happiness, and but I feel like there were certain situations that were out of your control that forced you to do things maybe you didn't want to do. There also could have, like, yeah, and I feel like it was secretive, and maybe, like, somebody took revenge. Let's take a look. I'm gonna use my Oracle deck, my past life Oracle deck, and see if like I can get any like solid info, like places or people or let's see. Oh, okay. That's a lot. We'll go ahead and take these. So we have Knight. We have Russia. So these places are a situation like, you know, oh, that's interesting. We have Gladiator. These might resonate with you. Hawaii. Rome. That's pretty interesting because we have Rome with the Gladiator. Atlantis. Oh, interesting. And we have Peasant. So it's definitely picking up on like a situation that was out of your control, and it you felt like you had to do things to survive. But I think like it's a very layered situation because I feel like the person in your life, your partner, your husband, whatever they may have been to you, knew you had to do this and they didn't like it. It was kind of, it's very strange. Let's see. Okay. So Tibet also came out, Japan, India, which is interesting. We have India, Tibet, Japan, Russia, and Mystic. So you'll have to know if like any of these resonate with you. If you like feel like any of those are something that you felt could potentially be a past life of yours. Rome and Gladiators and Peasant is you could have been a peasant in any of these lifetimes, and yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a card from the Shadow Work Oracle deck, and we'll see if it'll give us some information about this karma that has come with you into this life. This is okay. Possessive. You are clinging onto someone or something way too tightly. Learn to let go. Love has no ownership. Everyone has free will. So you could potentially have been the person who was very possessive over this situation. Where to go? Revenge. So perhaps like I feel like this can go many ways. But there's definitely a prejudice. What if you were categorized into a group and given attributes that were false without truly knowing who you are? Very interesting. So, yeah, there's like a million different scenarios that are running through my head currently, and I don't know that I want to get into all of them, but I feel like whatever the situation was, I feel like there was a secret. And maybe it was that you were obsessed with a certain somebody. And maybe that somebody was a sex worker and you made them feel bad for what they had to do. And yeah, I mean, this literally can go so many different ways. Let's see. Greed. You are too attached to things in an excessive way. Nothing good comes out of it. Okay, so these are the things that you're bringing from your previous lifetimes. So we have greed, we have prejudice, and we have possessiveness. So with this awareness, and you know, however this resonates with you, if you even feel this is, you know, does resonate with you, we'll take a look at what will happen with the awareness of this information. I am really curious if any of this is resonating with anybody. Maybe you were somebody who, I'm seeing this now, maybe you were like a madam or a pimp even. Order and organization, organizing women, and getting them to do what you wanted, because we have power and submission here. Organization and order makes me think of, and we have Aries. Okay, so you know what, now I'm really starting to think it's a male energy, because we have the sun, we have Aries, and we have the first house, which is really, honestly, it's giving me very male vibes. And you dealt with women, and perhaps you were somebody who organized sex work, and you know, maybe you or somebody, this is crazy, I know, but somebody that befriended them and then isolated them, because you honed in on their need for money to protect their family, because I feel like there's an element of, I feel like you tricked them with the illusion of stability. This is crazy. So wild stuff. Very interesting though. And this could be vice versa. You could have been tricked into that kind of energy too. I mean, greed, possessiveness, and prejudice. So you could have been a male figure who saw women as beneath you and took advantage of the fact that they were just trying to get by and take care of their families. And you use that against them for your personal gain. Again, very interesting. And obviously that would be a secret because the 12th house really stood out to me in that pile. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at like what your higher self wants to tell you right now. Messages from your higher self about this awareness. So we have, you have the ability to prosper. So it really could have, like, I'm just gonna sound like a broken record, but yeah, I feel like that could go so many ways. It could have been like, you know, you're trying to survive and maybe you were doing it in secret and your partner had no idea. Maybe you were the one who was bringing in the women so that you could make money off of them. Yeah, so many different scenarios, but your higher self wants you to know that you have the ability to prosper. You have everything you need to prosper currently. Listen to the still small voice within. Ooh. And then we have the very thing that challenges you can be transformed into your greatest strength. Sorry, that wasn't even in the frame. But yeah. So whatever you're going through right now may seem very difficult, but it's going to transform you into a very strong person, and I think it's going to bring about realizations about yourself and your strengths. It's okay to say no. Oh my gosh. I really feel like, yeah, I really feel like this, for those of you who resonate with maybe like this past life of like really having to do things you probably did not want to do to survive, that's coming over with you now, and maybe you have a hard time saying no, but you are absolutely 100% allowed to say no. That's interesting because the friends card came up, and on the bottom of the deck it said make some time for friends. So yeah, and then we have relaxation promotes healing. That was on the top of the deck. So I think in this life, like, your higher self wants you to know that you don't have to worry. I think that there's like this energy that's kind of embedded in you, that something is always going to end up going sideways, but that's not going to be the case. It's time to let your guard down and relax, and listen to your intuition. Say no whenever you don't feel comfortable, and know that the challenges that you're faced with now are only transforming you into a stronger version of yourself. So get some more messages from your higher self here. Befriend the word polarize. Oh. Huh. Sorry, that light is... You are magic. So I think that you guys definitely have the ability to manifest things. So coming out of a worry kind of mindset and into just kind of knowing that things will happen, that everything will be okay. Bliss is worth creating. I'm gonna go ahead and I want to read a little bit from both of these. I'm gonna read the self-care messages from both of these. So for befriend the word polarize. So self-care message: looking after others at your own expense, worrying about being accepted, being vanilla in order to appeal to everyone, the fear of making waves and being seen. So the essential meaning is display of your inner truth, bravery to share your personal flavor and your true opinions. So, okay, yeah. Movement toward a goal, opposing forces, transitions, growth, taking a stand, and personal empowerment. So, yeah. Okay. And then let's go to this one, which is funny because it's 25 and 26. So the self-care message for this one is the minute. Oh, I have no idea what this word is. Yeah. I don't know what that is. If you do, maybe I'll look it up later, but the whatever word I don't know, that anchor you down, failure to really believe in your dream, being unsure of your ability to manifest. And I was just talking about that. Feeling like you are always kind of waiting for something to go bad. But you actually have the ability to manifest what you want. You just have to shift your perspective and your thinking. Okay, so the essentials meaning for this is in flow with the universe, joy, passionately creating, being on purpose, creating from your heart, finding the things that make your heart sing, manifesting more bliss by calling it into your life now. So and then, oh wow, productivity. So yeah, that's a really great card. And duality. So there's a lot of I feel like there's a lot of talk about like recognizing like seeing things from a different perspective for you guys. But I really see like abundance. Your higher self wants to know that you are abundant. You are abundant. And I feel like maybe duality is like also speaking about embodying both the masculine and the feminine energies. So right now you're in the feminine energy, but embodying your masculine energy will help you become more abundant. All right, so we're going to see what happens, like what comes in for you guys with this awareness once you like are aware of it and take action to heal this karma. So So what will come in with this awareness for pile 2? Will come in. Oh, oh. Fell in the ground. Fertility and creation. So yeah. And enlightenment. And then on the bottom we have earthly focus. And this card talks about like just kind of embracing this experience here and really embodying the human the human aspect of yourself. And then we on the top we have a moon Ra and with miracle creation. So there's a lot of like yeah, there's a lot. I feel like you definitely stepping into your masculine and really taking charge of your life and doing things for yourself and not because you feel like it's what you have to do or should do. And then we'll get the last couple cards here. And we have guide, the illuminated path. Interesting. Okay, what came out here? Precognition, we have psychic ability and future vision. Earth magic, fearlessness, removing obstacles. I think things will definitely get easier for you. Healing the heart, power of self-love, yes, 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 yes. Circle of eternal joy, timelessness, dance of life, angelic assistance, divine guidance, loving support. So yeah, you guys are definitely going to, once you take action for this karma from your past lives and you deal with it, there's a lot. You're gonna feel so much joy and your heart is gonna feel so different. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. And then your abilities, I think, will definitely open up and broaden more. You will see things so much clearer. So much clearer. And with this card here too, I think that you will realize that you are always guided and that you have loving support on the other side, even if you might not have it in like people on this planet. So just know that you always have people on the other side for you if you ever need to ask them for guidance. So, pile 2, that is what I have for your reading. If you feel like this resonated, I'd really like to hear about it in the comments below. And if you like this reading, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to get future readings, please don't forget to subscribe. And thanks so much for watching. Bye. Alright, pile 3. Those of you that chose the 3 of Cups. So we'll go ahead and we're going to start with the karmic cards to get a look at what karma you are dealing with in this lifetime Okay, so we have Virgo and Aquarius. Very interesting. We have the 9th house. And we have the 5th house. Sorry, the light is not great. It's kind of shining on the cards. I really am trying to figure out a good setup. I haven't figured it out yet, and that's driving me insane. And we have Saturn. Interesting. Okay. This is interesting energy. So I see you as somebody who is very critical. Very... You guys could have been inventors, but I also see you being like, or scientists, or artists, or, but I also see you could have been teachers, something to do with faraway travel, higher knowledge, spirituality, but you guys could have been nuns, so I'm interested to see if any of you guys resonate with that. But too, I'm also seeing that you guys are probably very particular in your past lives. Probably could have been germaphobes, very hard on yourself and on us, hard on people, but especially hard on yourself is what I'm seeing. So that's a few things I'm picking up. I'm gonna get some more cards here with the Radiant Sun Oracle. So we have endurance. We have Sun in Scorpio, the 8th house. Detachment with Venus and Aquarius. Yeah, okay, 11th house, yeah, and this actually lines up with the Aquarius card. I was sensing that you guys definitely are probably like to be alone. I feel like you were hermits in a sense. The Sun in Pisces with Vision. You guys could have been psychic with the 9th house and the 12th house, Aquarius. Let's see. We have the 9th house with Jupiter and Sagittarius. Wow, okay, so you guys literally probably could have been okay, I mentioned nun. You could have been a priest as well. This is... okay, we have Mercury and Scorpio with the 8th house again with extremist. So for some of you, you could have been like religious zealots. You could have been a nun. You could have been a priest. You could have done something like with the church in some aspect. You could have served for the church, some religious sect of some sort. Interesting. Okay, we have discrimination with Venus and Virgo. So yeah, I feel like you guys were very, 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 very picky about who you were around. I was actually picturing Saturn being in the 6th house. We have restlessness with Mercury in Aries. Saturn in Capricorn with riches, and that's funny because it's aligning with the Saturn card here. And then we have independence with Moon in Aquarius and the 11th. So yeah, you guys were definitely hermits, loners, and I'm deeply getting like some kind of like I keep wanting to say prophet, which is interesting. I think you were very oh my god, were you a cult leader? Oh my gosh, okay. I feel like yeah, there's a lot of 8th house, a lot of Aquarian, and 8th house does deal with the occult. I feel like you guys could have been extremists in some way or another. Let's see. I'm going to use my Oracle deck. We have Atlantis, Peasant. Let's see what else we get here. Artist. And I did say artist because I did see the 5th house. And, you know, that alludes to somebody who might be an artist or somebody who likes to write. We have Hawaii. Lemuria. So you could be very eccentric. You might want to look into Lemuria, or if that resonates, I'd like to know that. We have Tibet. Japan. Oh my god, shut the front door. Nun. That's just confirmation. Some of you could have been a nun in a past life, and you could have been very devout. And wow, we have Salem. So maybe you were somebody who, you know, the whole Salem thing, you could have been like, one of the people that was accusing extremism in Salem, you know, somebody accusing people of being witches. And then we have Ireland. Wow, super interesting energy here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a shadow work card to see what karma you need to be aware of that you brought with you from past lifetimes. You'll have to let me know if this resonates at all. It's funny that the nun came out and I said nun. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people. Carl Jung. So that's funny because I am getting very heavy, like, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, it was Aquarius was in the 8th house. There's, like, this kind of, like, Aleister Crowley vibe I'm picking up on, like, somebody who doesn't have very good intentions and is very, kind of thinks that they are above everybody. So whatever the scenario is, whatever this is, like, whether you were a nun, a priest, I feel like you were very extreme with it. So we have resentful. Think loving thoughts for the person or yourself that you resent. It's restricting your emotional happiness. Arrogant. Yeah, I was definitely picking up on that. Like, people were beneath you. If you're insecure, if you're rejection, this behavior surfaces. Work on accepting your true self and give yourself love as you are needing it. Defensiveness. Hear other people's perspectives and feelings. Shift your focus to them. It's not always about you. Quick-tempered. Think before you speak. Put space between your thoughts and words that come out. And inconsistent. Think about if your thoughts, actions, and routines are inconsistent. Does it serve you well on a daily basis? So these are the things that you're bringing from your past life that are blocking you currently. We're going to go ahead and look at some messages from your higher self, and then we'll look at what will shift and come in for you with the awareness once you've like worked on some stuff. So if any of this resonates with you, I'm very curious to see, like, look at him, scowly. Which it's funny because I feel like Three of Cups is like a celebration. It's like, so it's interesting that I wonder how this ties in. So, go ahead and I'm going to, what do I want to start with? Okay, so these are some messages from your higher self that you need to hear that will help you. So we have, listen to the still small voice within. Wow, okay, a lot came out. Knowledge and learning empower you. So yeah, I really feel like that is something that was true for you in your last lives as well. It was important to you, and it's important to you now. So if you're not doing that, that's something that I feel like kind of pulls at you. You have a personal treasure of talents and gifts ready for you to explore. Believe in yourself. Follow what lights you up. It is okay to have needs and to fulfill them. And allow yourself to connect with what you are passionate about. So I feel like right now you guys feel stifled in some way, like you're not fulfilling your, I don't want to say destiny because that's kind of, but yeah, I feel like you guys are not doing the things that you are passionate about. Accept and receive. So there's something like you're denying. There's something you're denying. The edge of evolution feels messy. Get back to elemental. So I'm kind of at a loss for words, and I think this is because I feel like I'm picking up on your energy, and it feels almost hopeless. And I think what your higher self wants you to know and needs you to know is that once you start fulfilling your needs and following the things that really make you happy, listening to your intuition, connecting with your passions, it won't feel messy anymore. Believe in yourself. It starts with you. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are, Gemini moons or suns or risings. We have continuance, which it speaks of abundance. They want you to know, your higher self wants you to know that you are abundant. You are enough. And then we have leadership. So yeah, it's time for you to lead yourself. I feel like I need one more, and there it is, healing. Yeah. It's time for you to lead yourself and heal. That's what you're, accept and receive too. Like, I think things probably feel very hard for you guys. So maybe if you need to reach out and get extra help, don't hesitate to do that in any way that you need to. Whatever that means for you. So we're going to go ahead. You know what? Now it makes sense. You're not alone. I feel like you, from past lives, you've brought this kind of thought that you are alone, that nobody will understand you, that nobody could possibly relate to you, but that's not the case. There are people out there that will relate to you, can understand you, and you're not alone. Now it makes sense. So, okay. So with this awareness, this is what will come in once you start to work on this. This is what will happen. So let's see. So we have Earth Magic. Fearlessness, removing obstacles. Beautiful. That came out for another pile. Oh my gosh, both of these cards came out for another pile. So the illuminated path. So things will get so much easier. Healing the heart. Power of self-love. This also came out for another pile. All of these cards literally came out for another pile. And we have 26 and 27. So just moving up in progression. It's going to flow. It's going to feel very easy once you address these bright heart light, open connections. So yeah, your heart, lots of heart healing. Lots of heart healing. You'll be in such a lighter energy. Oh. So we have Guide and Protector, Anubis, and we have the Ankh energy healing. Yeah, on the top we have Creative Power, Ra, which also came out for another pile. And then on the bottom we have Sacred Union. So you may even link up with somebody once you've healed this part of yourself. You may even link up with like your person. But yeah, the Ankh is representative of like, actually, I think I'm going to read this really quickly too. So let's see here. I'm going to, so for the future, it's positive changes are coming. The flow should continue over the next 5 months. And then this also talks about abundance of money for all your needs is coming soon. But let's see, hold on a second. The Ankh is the symbol of life force energy and has the ability to transmit and create life. The Egyptian gods and goddesses are often seen carrying the Ankh in their hands as a symbol of their spiritual powers and their ability to transmit it to humans. It is seen often in hieroglyphic inscriptions and worn as a protective amulet. Yeah. There's an abundance of healing energy that's coming, and it's going to heal your heart. That's what's going to happen with with understanding and being aware of the past energies that you brought from past lives. It'll heal your heart, and then that will in turn create creative power within you. Divine masculine is what I'm getting. So, and then that's abundance in all manners. So that is what I have for you, pile 3. If this resonated in any way, I'd really be happy if you shared it in the comments below. I'm really curious. If you liked this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see future readings, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.